What is up, guys? Jimmy here with another Lots of Games video. I'm really excited about this video today because through the games, throughout the years, I've played some really fun ones that have kind of stuck with me, ones that, I've played from beginning to end, and then I've thought about years later or shortly after. Today I'm going to be going over 10 games that I want to beat again. Now in the comment section below, I want to know from you guys what games you want to play again. Give me your list. What games have you played from start to finish, or maybe some of those games you've played from start to finish multiple times, but you still want to play through again. Oftentimes it's like a really good movie or really good book you want to go to again and experience it again. Let's get into it. Let's get started with probably my favorite game on the NES, and that's Super Mario Bros. 3. I remember playing this one decades ago, and it still has stuck with me. When I do play through this one again, I'm going to do my best to not use any of the warping, just playing level to level. Definitely something special about Super Mario Bros. 3. Each world that you play through has its own style or theme, and it's just so much fun, so much just amazing moments to experience. And at the end of each world, you have this kind of like epic setup, ship battle that takes place, and there's a boss battle that takes at the end of the ship. And the levels, of course, as with most games, it increases in level of difficulty. And man, I definitely experienced that when I was young with Super Mario Bros. 3. Towards the later levels, I'm like, man, this is really hard. But once I was able to finish the level, it was super, super fun. So Super Mario Bros. 3, definitely want to play that one again in the near future. Okay, so next one is definitely a favorite of mine on the Super Nintendo, and that is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. This one, you want to talk about exploration, and back then, there were many moments I was like, what am I supposed to do next? You had these puzzles, and I'll be the first one to admit, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. And so there were definitely moments in this game, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Back then, when this game came out on the Super Nintendo, you didn't have Google. You didn't have Yahoo. You couldn't like search and figure out what it was. The game, if you purchased the game new, it did have like this exclusive or forbidden tips, like to only go to these tips if you were really, really stuck. But that thing was so small, and it did offer help here and there. But I just remember A Link to the Past, a game where, I would play it and then I would just kind of think about it, because the game was just laid out so well, and just the different, people you encounter and enemies you encounter. It was a great, of course, looking game at the time, and I still feel the game holds up till this day. But I definitely want to go back and play through Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past very, very soon. Okay, so next one is a very interesting one, and I imported this one when it was released from Japan, and that one is Ys 4: The Dawn of Ys. And this one, of course, when it was released in Japan, it stayed in Japan. Ys Book 1 and 2 on the TurboGrafx 16 CD, that got released outside of Japan. Ys 3, Wonders of Ys, got released outside of Japan, but Ys 4 stayed as a PC Engine in Japan exclusive. And the cool thing about this game today is that many of you already know this, but there was a group that got together and not only translated the text for this game, but they also were able to get a bunch of people together and do the voice acting for it as well.
Hey Adol, look, Vesperia. We're almost there. It's been a while.
Now, for those of you that are a big fan of the Ys series and not play this one, now's a great time to get it, because you can actually get this one on eBay for dirt cheap, and you can apply the free English patch. And To be honest, this isn't the longest experience. It's definitely, I mean, this is just, I would say this is probably like maybe a tenth of the length of what you would experience as far as gameplay goes when comparing it to like Ys 8 on like the PS4 and the PC and the Switch. But definitely worth playing, and I definitely want to play Ys 4 PC Engine CD very, very soon. Play that one again because it's a really great experience. Great music, great adventure, and just a great sense of humor with a lot of the characters that you'll interact with. Okay, so next up is a PS4 exclusive still to this day, and that is Bloodborne. When this game launched, I got to do a review for it and just had a blast from start to finish. There's really such an ominous atmosphere to this game, and definitely a mysterious feel to it. One of my favorite games on the PlayStation 4 to this day. I would even say that this one is in my top 10 of favorite PS4 games, easily. And as with the folks that made this game, they've made a lot of other challenging games. This is a very, very, very challenging game, and I love it. And I definitely want to play it again from beginning to end because it's just so good. Okay, next up we have The Last of Us Remastered. And so I actually played this one from beginning to end on the PS4. Of course, this was first released on the PlayStation 3. And we finally have a concrete, solid release date for The Last of Us 2. And, with that one coming up in the future, I definitely want to buckle down because it's been years since I played this one from beginning to end. And there's just really so many things that I enjoy about this game. Just the different areas that you'll get to explore and really fight for survival. There's just so much on the line, like so much on the line. Do not really give away any spoilers, but I would say easily for me in the top 3 or top 5 of best storytelling experiences. It had me on the edge of my chair from beginning to end. I'm looking forward to the sequel, but this is definitely one that deserves another playthrough. It's been years since I played this one from beginning to end, and I'm really looking forward to doing so and playing through this one again on the PS4. It's great on the PS4 because it gives you that option to play it at 60 frames per second, and it's just a blast to play through, and it just, again, a really great and engaging story to it. Okay, so next up is Gears of War Ultimate Edition. It's available on the Xbox One and the PC. Of course, Gears of War 5 just got released. I have not played it yet. I've enjoyed all the games in the series up to this point. I did not really spend a whole lot of time, though, on Judgment, but definitely the main games in the series I enjoyed. I want to play 5. But the first one, going back to the roots, it was such a groundbreaking title for me when it was first released on the Xbox 360. And man, was it such a incredible system seller. And I definitely want to play this one from beginning to end on the Xbox One because this is just, I don't know, it kind of started all for me with, I was always a big fan of first-person shooters and third-person shooters, but this one definitely took things up a notch. And to kind of go back to the roots, I want to play this one from beginning to end. Okay, next up is one that unfortunately a lot of people, I think, forgot, and that is Bulletstorm. I have this one also on PC, and such an exciting and fun first-person shooter. It has a lot of crazy, over-the-top moments, but I love this game because it's, if you're into crazy sci-fi, Space Marine moments, like, it's kind of similar to Gears of War, but it takes things up a couple notches, where you've got like this electric leash where you can, like, when you swing it and attack, you're totally outnumbered in so many moments, but at your disposal, you have got this like electric weapon that can you swing and pull someone your way, and then you get kind of like bullet time where things slow down and you can kind of juggle different opponents. And at that moment, you realize, even though there's maybe like a dozen or so people coming after me, you have the upper hand because you've got this crazy technology, and it's very fast paced. It is very, like I said, over the top, but I definitely want to play this one again from beginning to end because it's just so much fun. Okay, next up until this day, it is still a PS3 exclusive, and that is Killzone 3. Now, of course, many of you already know that the multiplayer for this one, unfortunately, is no longer available. They took down the servers, I believe, and I had so much fun with the online multiplayer. But the first person, the single player experience in Killzone 3 is super fun, super engaging. You could also play with this one with a friend. I don't know if they shut down the servers for that, if you could do it online, but I was able to play this one offline, couch co-op with Killzone 3. It's super fun. It's really, really amazing. Okay, so next up, this one was actually an Xbox 360 outside of Japan for a very long time, and that is Tales of Vesperia. And even up to this day, it's my favorite JRPG on the Xbox 360, and now is a great time to play it because it is available on the PC, Xbox One, the PS4, and the Nintendo Switch, which is crazy to me because, when this one was released, like, wow, this is like an RPG, an anime RPG. It's so amazing, so much dialogue, hours of hilarious dialogue, lots of fun banter back and forth, really engaging story, and really fun, one of the most fun experiences I've had with an action RPG. And to think that you can now take this one on the go with the Nintendo Switch is actually pretty amazing to me. Highly recommended. I played this one from beginning to end. I was like, yep, that's definitely one of the best RPG experiences I ever had. And I want to play this one again very soon. Okay, so the final one I'm going to go over with you guys is Red Dead Redemption. Of course, the sequel was released not too long ago, and just recently Rockstar announced that Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to the PC. The first one is one that I definitely want to play through again. Of course, you can play it on the PS3, you can play it on the Xbox 360, and you can also play it on the Xbox One via backwards compatibility. And there's a lot of really good and great open world experiences that I've been able to play throughout the years. And this one would definitely be, for me, in the top 10. A fantastic experience. Again, the sequel's already out. It's going to be coming out on the PC in the near future, but I definitely want to play through this first one very, very soon. So guys, there are 10 games that I want to beat. Again, let me know in the comment section below what games you want to play through again. If you like this video, slap thumbs up button so I can know to make more of these types of videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.